The truth about the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet consists entirely of meat and animal products, excluding all other foods. It's claimed to aid weight loss, mood issues, and blood sugar regulation, among other health issues. However, the diet is extremely restrictive and likely unhealthy in the long term. Plus, most research does not agree with its purported benefits. This video reviews the carnivore diet, including whether it can aid weight loss, its potential benefits and downsides, and how to follow it. What is the carnivore diet? The carnivore diet is a restrictive diet that only includes meat, fish, and other animal foods like eggs and certain dairy products. It excludes all other foods, including fruits, vegetables, legumes, grains, nuts, and seeds. Its proponents also recommend eliminating or limiting dairy intake to foods that are low in lactose, a sugar found in milk and dairy products, such as butter and hard cheeses. The carnivore diet stems from the controversial belief that human ancestral populations ate mostly meat and fish, and that high-carb diets are to blame for today's high rates of chronic disease. Other popular low-carb diets, like the keto and paleo diets, limit but don't exclude carb intake. However, the carnivore diet aims for zero carbs. Shawn Baker, a former American orthopedic doctor, is the most well-known proponent of the carnivore diet. He cites testimonials from those who follow the carnivore diet as proof that it can treat depression, anxiety, arthritis, obesity, diabetes, and more. How to follow the carnivore diet? Following the diet involves eliminating all plant foods from your diet and exclusively eating meat, fish, eggs, and small amounts of low-lactose dairy products. Foods to eat include beef, chicken, pork, lamb, turkey, organ meats, salmon, sardines, white fish, and small amounts of heavy cream and hard cheese. Butter, lard, and bone marrow are also allowed. Proponents of the diet emphasize eating fatty cuts of meat to reach your daily energy needs. The carnivore diet encourages drinking water and bone broth but discourages drinking tea, coffee, and other drinks made from plants. It provides no specific guidelines regarding calorie intake, serving sizes, or how many meals or snacks to eat per day. Most proponents of the diet suggest eating as often as you desire. Can it help you lose weight? Certain aspects of the carnivore diet may lead to weight loss. Specifically, some studies have shown that high-protein and low-carb diets can promote weight loss. This is mostly because protein can help you feel more full after meals, which may lead to reduced calorie intake and subsequent weight loss. Protein can also increase your metabolic rate, helping you burn more calories. Therefore, following the carnivore diet would likely cause you to feel fuller and eat fewer calories overall, at least in the short term. One 3-month study in 132 adults with excess weight or obesity compared the weight loss effects of 4 energy-restricted diets containing varying amounts of carbs and protein. Those who ate high-protein diets with 0.4 to 0.6 grams of protein per pound, 0.9 to 1.3 grams per kilogram, of body weight per day lost significantly more weight and fat mass than those who ate 0.3 to 0.4 grams of protein per pound, 0.6 to 0.8 grams per kilogram, of body weight per day. Other studies show similar results, suggesting that increasing protein intake and reducing carb intake may lead to more sustained weight loss than diets that are lower in protein and higher in carbs. However, you do not need to completely eliminate carbs to lose weight. Rather, reducing your overall calorie intake, which may be easier to do with a higher intake of satisfying protein, is the main driver of weight loss. Plus, the highly restrictive nature of the carnivore diet makes it difficult to follow long-term. Benefits of the carnivore diet. Since the carnivore diet excludes carbs, it eliminates cookies, cakes, candy, sodas, pastries, and similar high-carb foods. These foods are low in beneficial nutrients and often high in calories. Thus, they should be limited in a healthy, balanced diet. High-sugar foods can also be problematic for people with diabetes, as they can spike blood sugar levels. In fact, limiting refined carbs and sugary foods is often recommended to control diabetes. However, the complete elimination of carbs on the carnivore diet is not recommended or necessary for diabetes management. Instead, eating smaller amounts of wholesome, high-fiber carbs that don't cause spikes in blood sugar is recommended. Downsides of the carnivore diet. Due to its highly restrictive nature and complete elimination of the majority of food groups, there are many downsides to the carnivore diet. High in fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Given that the carnivore diet consists solely of animal foods, it can be high in saturated fat and cholesterol. Saturated fat may raise your LDL cholesterol, so-called bad cholesterol, which may increase your risk of heart disease. However, recent studies have shown that high intakes of saturated fat and cholesterol are not strongly linked to a higher risk of heart disease, as was previously believed. Still, consuming high amounts of saturated fat on the carnivore diet may be of concern. No research has analyzed the effects of eating animal foods exclusively. Therefore, the effects of consuming such high levels of fat and cholesterol are unknown. Moreover, some processed meats, especially bacon and breakfast meats, also contain high amounts of sodium. Eating a lot of these foods on the carnivore diet can lead to excessive sodium intake, which has been linked to an increased risk of high blood pressure, kidney disease, and other negative health outcomes. Processed meat intake has also been linked to higher rates of certain types of cancer, including colon and rectal cancer. May lack certain micronutrients and beneficial plant compounds. The carnivore diet eliminates highly nutritious foods like fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, all of which contain beneficial vitamins and minerals. While meat is nutritious and provides micronutrients, it should not be the only part of your diet. Following a restrictive diet like the carnivore diet may lead to deficiencies in some nutrients and the overconsumption of others. What's more, diets that are rich in plant-based foods have been associated with a lower risk of certain chronic conditions like heart disease, certain cancers, Alzheimer's, and type 2 diabetes. This is not only due to the high vitamin, fiber, and mineral contents of plant foods but also their beneficial plant compounds and antioxidants. The carnivore diet does not contain these compounds and has not been associated with any long-term health benefits. Does not provide fiber. Fiber, a non-digestible carb that promotes gut health and healthy bowel movements, is only found in plant foods. Thus, the carnivore diet contains no fiber, which may lead to constipation in some people. Additionally, fiber is incredibly important for the proper balance of bacteria in your gut. In fact, suboptimal gut health can lead to a number of issues and may even be linked to weakened immunity and colon cancer. In fact, one study in 17 men with obesity found that a high-protein, low-carb diet significantly decreased their levels of compounds that help protect against colon cancer, compared to high-protein, moderate-carb diets. Overall, following the carnivore diet may harm your gut health. May not be suited for some populations. The carnivore diet may be especially problematic for certain populations. For example, those who need to limit their protein intake, including people with chronic kidney disease, should not follow the diet. Also, those who are more sensitive to the cholesterol in foods, or cholesterol hyperresponders, should be cautious about consuming so many high cholesterol foods. Furthermore, certain populations with special nutrient needs would likely not meet them on the carnivore diet. This includes children and pregnant or lactating women. Lastly, those who have anxiety about food or struggle with restrictive eating should not try this diet. The bottom line: the carnivore diet is extremely restrictive, consisting entirely of meat, fish, eggs, and small amounts of low-lactose dairy. It's said to aid weight loss and several health issues, but no research backs these claims. What's more, it's high in fat and sodium, contains no fiber or beneficial plant compounds, and is difficult to maintain long-term. Overall, the carnivore diet is unnecessarily restrictive. Eating a balanced diet with a variety of healthy foods is more sustainable and will likely afford you more health benefits.